Hi everyone, in this video I'm talking about cost of living in Canada. Hope you will like it. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay updated on new videos. The cost of living in Canada can vary significantly depending on factors such as your location, lifestyle, and family size. Canada is a vast country with diverse regions, each having its own cost of living. Here are some general cost categories to consider. Housing. Housing costs are one of the most significant expenses for most Canadians. In major cities like Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal, housing prices tend to be higher than in smaller cities and rural areas. Renting an apartment or owning a home in these cities can be expensive, with prices varying based on the neighborhood. Food. The cost of groceries and dining out in Canada can vary by location and personal preferences. Generally, groceries are more affordable in suburban areas and smaller cities than in downtown urban centers. Cooking at home can be a cost-effective option. Transportation. The cost of transportation depends on whether you live in a city with good public transit or if you need to own a car. Public transportation fares vary by city, and car ownership includes expenses like fuel, insurance, maintenance, and parking. Healthcare. In Canada, most healthcare services are publicly funded, which means you don't have to pay for most medical services out of pocket. However, you will need private health insurance for services not covered by the government, such as dental care and prescription medications. Education. If you have school-age children or plan to attend a post-secondary institution in Canada, you should consider education costs. Public schools are free, but private schools and post-secondary education universities and colleges can be expensive, especially for international students. Utilities. The cost of utilities like electricity, heating, and water varies by region and season. In colder climates, heating costs can be substantial during the winter. Taxes. Canada has a progressive income tax system, and the amount you pay in taxes depends on your income level. Goods and services are also subject to a Goods and Services Tax (GST) or Harmonized Sales Tax (HST), which can vary by province. Entertainment and leisure. Expenses for entertainment, dining out, and leisure activities can vary widely based on personal choices and the city you're in. The cost of living can also be affected by the inflation rate. Inflation is the rate at which the cost of living increases over time. In Canada, inflation has been relatively low in recent years, but it is always important to keep an eye on it and make sure your expenses are staying up to date. Overall, the cost of living in Canada can be relatively low, but it is important to keep an eye on specific costs and factors that can affect them to ensure that you are not overspending. However, when it comes to specific costs, things can vary significantly from city to city and province to province. Toronto, for instance, has some of the highest real estate prices in the world, while Calgary has some of the lowest. The cost of groceries and housing can also be significantly higher in larger cities like Montreal and Vancouver than in smaller towns. Another factor that can affect the cost of living is the value of the Canadian dollar. A strong dollar can make Canadian goods and services more expensive for international visitors, while a weak dollar can make them cheaper. To get a more accurate estimate of the cost of living in a specific Canadian city or region, you can use online cost of living calculators or consult local sources and government websites for up-to-date information on housing, transportation, and other expenses. Keep in mind that costs may have changed since my knowledge cutoff date in September 2021, so it's essential to research current prices and economic conditions. Please let me know if you want any specific video for something. I'm happy to make it. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay updated on new videos. Thank you for watching and have a great day ahead.